Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Guys, I am calling out the elephant in the room today. I'm calling out this thing that we call intimacy. Now, sometimes people think that intimacy is about sex. It's not about sex. And I'm going to read something that somebody sent to me that just resonated so much. Intimacy is about truth. When you realize you can tell someone your truth, when you can show yourself to them, when you stand in front of them and their response is, "You're safe with me," that's intimacy. And for the last couple months, I've been really working on self love and intimacy. And, I was thinking, I had all of this planned out in my head, what I was going to say to you guys today, how I was going to show up. And something happened this morning that just allowed me to really practice intimacy. Okay, so first of all, I did a thing. I actually got up and went on my treadmill. It's one of the things I've been resisting. I share my journey with you guys because I feel safe. I feel intimate with you. But I was like, you know what? That's it. I'm going on my treadmill today. So I get up, I go on my treadmill, I meditate, I have my coffee, I take a shower, I'm slowing down, like everything is flowing. I look at my schedule, everything's kind of like on track. And then I get a phone call from my daughter. It's 8 o'clock. I just got out of the shower. I have a meeting at 8:30. I have a Facebook Live at 9. And she says to me, "Mom, I don't have my winter coat and it's freezing." I'm like, "You don't have a coat?" "No, I don't have a coat." And I went into this whole upset about, oh my gosh, now I'm going to be late for this. Now I'm going to be late for this. So I just took a breath. Okay. I just stopped and took a breath. Like, what can I control? What can't I control? My head was like, why didn't you tell me last night? Why didn't you do this? All the shoulds, it's her fault. It's out there with her. And so anyways, I was just like, okay, what do I need to do right now? She needs a coat. That's what's so anyways, I drop off a coat and I'm sharing with her, listen, we get to be in communication. You get to let me know these things because I have a job to do, even though I work from home. But what I realized is that I was projecting my anger out towards her. She did something wrong. She should have done this. But one of the things that I've been practicing is actually being responsible. Okay, I'm the source and creator of all of this. This happened. It's not happening just for me. It's happening. Life is happening through me. There's something that I get to take or give away. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, so why am I really upset? I'm upset because I am usually ready on time. I have this expectation in my head that I will be ready by 7:30 in the morning. So no matter what happens, I'm prepared. And I realize that's what I do in life too. I prepare myself for worst case scenarios. And then I look for evidence oh, see, I wasn't prepared. And so I was actually making myself wrong. But I distinguished it. There was an expectation that I had of myself, and something happened that kind of just thwarted that expectation, and I got an upset. So one of the things that I want to share with you is sometimes we look at the external, it must be out there with them. They did this, I'm upset. But when we can take it in and be like, okay, I'm the source and the creator of everything. This is happening through me. And why am I really upset? And then I started unraveling it a little bit more, because it wasn't just what happened that was getting me upset. It was definitely my expectations. Now, this is how far I've come in such a short time. Normally, this would throw me off, but I was like, okay, no, I got this. So I'm rushing to get my hair done. Clearly, it's not completely done today. But then another thing happens. I'm doing my eyeliner. Look at right here, you guys. I messed up my eyeliner. I got eyeliner in my eyeball. It's 5 minutes before this live. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have time to fix this. And it's consider that it's exactly the way that it's supposed to be. Consider that life happening is the way that it is supposed to happen. Now, it doesn't feel like that sometimes in the moment. But I started out with this self-love and intimacy because for a lot of us, sharing our life is very intimate. And sometimes we're afraid of sharing the truth about, okay, listen, this is literally what just happened. Now, some people will be like, why do you share so much? Why do you talk about your life so much? And it's what if we are actually going through life avoiding intimacy. And, I'm going to post the picture that somebody sent me, but like being able to express our truth without being constrained, being vulnerable, being honest, being open with our thoughts, feelings, emotions, that's intimacy. See, I was upset, not at my daughter, but I projected it onto her. But I was able to call her and say, listen, I got angry and frustrated, and I put that on you. The truth is, I had an expectation of the things that I should have done today, and I didn't have those things done, and I was upset with myself. So my request is that we just be in communication so that you can have your needs met and I can have my needs met. So if you need something, let me know the night before, and that way neither of us is rushing in the morning. Now, that's an intimate moment with my daughter. Intimacy is not about sex. Clearly, intimacy is about trust. She trusts me to clean up my mess. She trusts me to be responsible for my thoughts, feelings, and emotions. She knows that she can make mistakes too because she sees me making mistakes. Now, how many times, and I don't know who needs to receive this message right now, but it was such a big calling for me to share this. But how many of you, and I mean, you can reply if you want, how many of you have needs, wants, and desires in your life to be able to open yourself up, trust people with what it is that you really want, but you feel not safe to share your truth with others? That's an intimacy issue. Now, if we unravel that a little bit, there's also a self-love issue. When we really truly love ourselves, we appreciate ourselves, we respect ourselves, we open ourselves up, and we know that we are good, whole, and complete inside, we start having less fears about speaking our truth to others. And this is something that I believe, it's not the truth, it's just my truth, that is missing in the world. I mean, when we look at the divorce stats, 46% of relationships end in divorce. Those that stay together, there was like this astronomical statistic, like 26% are actually not happy. They're living complacent lives. What if we can shift that? What if we can change that? I saw another study, there was 441 people. 56% of those people studied at a telehealth survey were actually cheating on their spouses. And of those people, 26% ended up staying together. And you see this over and over again. But why? Why is this happening? Because we have needs and desires that we are afraid to express. We don't feel the trust with our partners. Now, I know that I'm not a relationship coach, but I'm a being coach. And when we work on our being, when we work on being our essence and speaking our truth, we allow others the space to do the same. Now, these are uncomfortable conversations. These are really, really tough conversations to say things that are really there in your mind. But the alternative is that we give away our power. We hold back ourselves, our essence, what we really, really want, because we're afraid. What if we could get over those fears? What if we could just step into our power and just be real and truthful with ourselves? I screw up every single day. I mean, there isn't a day that goes by that I'm not screwing something up, but I can laugh at my mistakes. I can own them. I can be responsible. Why? Because after 6 years of deep personal development, thousands of hours of training and development, I realized this is that how transformation really happens and the rate at which it happens is our willingness to be real with ourselves, to be able to look at those shadow parts of us that don't work or work as well as we want, be willing to take it on with velocity. And now we don't see the impact of that a lot of times when we don't take those bold actions. But when you see transformation as it's unfolding, it's such a beautiful process. Okay, I'm going to check in. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Khalid. Hey, June. Self-love and intimacy. Just imagine for a second, okay? To have the type of relationship with your kids where they can come to you and say, hey, mom, there's this boy that I really like. Or, hey, mom, this happened at school that made me feel really uncomfortable. Or, hey, dad, I was at a party and this happened, and really have the courage to be able to tell their truth, to be able to share with you, because they know that you are going to hold the space for them to be in their experience of life. That is real intimacy. Imagine being able to go to work and just listening to people, not through the filter of like there's something wrong with them, but listening through like, wow, what an extraordinary human being you are. Wow, what must you have like overcome to get to where you're at today? What would it be like to be able to go to your boss and trust that your views, opinions, and beliefs are valued, and you have the courage to speak up for what you want? What would it be like to be able to hold the space for your clients, to make them feel so secure and trusting that they share their deepest, darkest secrets with you? They unravel their stuff because they know that you're the one that's going to hold the space for them. Imagine what that would be like. That is possible, but it's going to take something. What's it going to take? One, awareness, being aware of what's hiding beyond your view. Two, the other thing that it's going to take is a trust in yourself, a belief in yourself that you're worthy of all of the goodness that life has to offer. And step number three, you are not your past. You are not your past. I don't care what has happened in the past. Some people have had major traumas, life upsets, things happen, and we have built up this invisible armor. We get to take down the armor. We get to trust. We get to open ourselves up. We get to allow love to flow in our hearts. Why? Because we're human beings, not human doings. There is no mountain to climb. What if life is really about allowing love in, allowing the experience of love to enter our essence, our body, to be able to trust others, to be able to trust ourselves, to have the courage to speak our truth, to be able to stand in our power? What if that's really what life is about? And we've been programmed to believe that it's not. It's like some mountain that we have to climb, or some top of the something or other that we get to. No, what if it's not? What if it's something bigger than that? What if you can live life with freedom and ease, just being your true essence? This is what I want to create in the world. I want every single human being to be able to see themselves without the filters. I want every single human being in the world to see themselves through the eyes of others. You know, like you get that experience, you walk into a room with somebody and you feel like they just see you. It's like they can see to your soul. Yeah, what would it be like for us to just walk around the world like that, being that person in the world? So anyways, I think I went on a little bit longer today. Thank you for noticing my mascara that's all messed up and allowing me to just be intimate with you and to share my truth. It's not always fun. It's not always pretty. It's not always elegant. It's not always sexy. Sometimes it's just raw and real. But I love you guys. And I have a stretch. Allow intimacy to flow into your life. If you've been going through life with armor, feeling like you can't trust, allow trust in a little bit. If you've been going through life feeling like relationships aren't safe or communicating your truth isn't safe, take one small action to communicate your truth to somebody today. One little thing. Open the door, open your heart, open your mind, and know that I am here if you ever need me. I love you. Love yourself. Be kind to yourself. Love others. Show up in your power. Okay? Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I love you guys. See you next time. Bye.